is the NBA on NBC. The 1997 NBA playoffs. Today, it's the Washington Bullets versus the Chicago Bulls.
Now look at the United Center in Chicago, the site for Game 2 of this Eastern Conference first-round series. Fans making their way in. It is playoff time in Chicago, and here in the Windy City. Well, back in Chicago, we're set to go. Both teams out on the floor. Look at the starting lineups for the Bullets. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, 7'7" George Murison, Rod Strickland, Calbert Cheaney, and the Bulls with their usual starting lineup. So that means Phil Jackson once again will come off the bench with Dennis Rodman and Tony Kukoc. Hugh Evans, Don Faden, Nolan Fine are the officials as Game 2 gets underway. And Strickland off the spin is able to hit. He got off early on Friday night. Getting down court, but he blew Michael Jordan right there.
Well, a couple of things that we saw the other night. First of all,
Bill Wennington is out the rest of the season. There are some who look at the Bulls and say they are vulnerable. And as I say that, Michael Jordan by Juwan Howard. And as Rodman being chased by his good friend Chris Webber. And here's Michael Jordan. Game 2 of the best of 5. Jordan. Michael Jordan winning a record 9th scoring title of 5. Did his damage to the Bullets in the 4th quarter. Bullets 25, the Bulls 23. Cheaney leading the Bulls with 11. Michael Jordan leading the Bulls now with 12. Over the limit, Jordan.
penetrating Rod Strickland all season long.
From the United Center, Michael Jordan is back, as is Dennis Rodman. And Jordan off the bench and immediately hits the baseline jumper.
Maybe getting a little bit too late, but Tracy Murray is already off and running. They're going to have to find a way to shut him down.
Michael Jordan with 18 points. 2-0 with the series headed to Orlando Tuesday night for game number 3. Michael Jordan with 20 points.
He's tied it, giving up the offensive rebound and stick back to Howard.
Jordan, 22 for Jordan. Jordan met by Cheaney off the fake. Yes. 24. High Point men, Michael Jordan with 24. And as you saw, Tracy Murray leading the Bullets with 16. Chris Webber with 14. Jordan, that's too easy.
But when you have your choice defensively, you'd rather make Michael Jordan go to his left. It's the lesser of two evils. But guess what? When he's got it going, he can hit the runner. He's got the hard move going to his right. The pump fake up and in, and then the hard move on Harvey Grant. The quick stop up and in.
And there's been so much speculation concerning the future of Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson, both working on one-year deals. Last week, Jerry Reinsdorf, the Bulls chairman, quoted regarding that $30 million contract, said, "I can afford it. If we pay that much money again, we won't go to the poorhouse. I want Jordan back." 6.5 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Bullets hoping to tie the series at 1. Here's Jordan going back. So the Bullet lead is 4.
The Bulls starting to pick it up right now at both ends of the floor, starting to pick up momentum. A little fake screen by Ron Harper, enabling Jordan to get the ball and just beating Calbert Cheaney inside. Bernie Bickerstaff senses it, is now going to get George Murison out of the ball game. Here's a look at all the different people that have looked at Michael Jordan. It's been mostly Calbert Cheaney taking the brunt of Michael's attack.
Change of that foul. Webber called, not Howard. Bullets by 4. Jordan cuts it to a 2-point lead. Bulls have hit their last 4 shots. Jordan. Longley getting position on Harvey Grant. Jordan over Murray. 35 for Michael Jordan.
Was Michael Jordan, who took over in the fourth quarter along with Steve Kerr in game one. He has taken over.
Interesting reaction when he saw this on one of the monitors.
Just like any other employee, it doesn't.
In this fourth quarter, Bulls 88 and the Bullets 84. Earlier today on NBC, the Miami Heat with another convincing victory over the Orlando Magic. Michael Jordan with 39 points.
Michael Jordan working on Jaren Jackson, a good defensive player. A little change of pace move and the fadeaway that he has really developed the last couple of years since coming back from baseball. He just feels so comfortable with that shot, and it's a difficult shot because you're shooting as you're moving. It's difficult enough to shoot when you jump straight up in the air, but Michael Jordan just has such a terrific touch with that shot. Look at this career playoffs for Michael Jordan. 140 games, 34 points, all-time NBA leader in scoring. Michael Jordan really does the job in the playoffs.
But the Bullets are within 4. Trying to tie the series at 1. Chicago looking to go up 2-zip. Jordan, we haven't seen that move in some time. Going baseline and extending. Open shot for Pippen. Rodman with the rebound. Jordan again taking it to the basket.
But Michael Jordan here working against the taller, slower Juwan Howard, able to get the step and the explosive finish on the throwdown, getting by Juwan Howard. No weeks.
He has hit for 40+ on 8 occasions. His season high and the NBA season high, 51.
Tracy Murray just doesn't have a chance on the perimeter against Michael Jordan. Just does not have the ability to bend those knees. And you see opening up the middle for Michael Jordan. Rod Strickland too late getting over, and Michael Jordan exploding again, not with the dunk, but just able to flip it over Chris Webber.
All-time playoff high 63 against the Boston Celtics, April of '86. Jordan with the fake. Yes. Make it 47 for Jordan. Jordan setting it up on Chaney.
The Washington Bullets choosing to play Michael Jordan primarily with single coverage, able to take it, get Calvert Chaney in the air, shed in, and knock down another jump shot as Michael is really feeling it, and then getting by Chaney, stumbling, looking like he's losing his balance, getting a hand in his face, falling backwards, and Michael Jordan, take a look one more time as Michael Jordan can do no wrong.
He has scored all 14 Chicago points in the foot. Shot clock at 7. Jordan eluding Chaney. Take it. 51 for Michael Jordan. We're down to 42 seconds remaining. The Bulls with the ball and a 3-point lead. Jordan double team, beating the guard. 53 for Jordan. The Bulls lead by 5, and the Bullets call for time.
Well, Michael Jordan popping out, being pressured by Calvert Chaney, and Juwan Howard is going to come out to double team, but when he stands straight up, picks his own man up, and basically ushers Michael Jordan right to the basket, as I think the Bullets were thinking if Dennis Rodman had touched the ball, they would foul him. Dennis wisely.
And Michael Jordan to the line. He's 8 of 8 at the line. If he hits both, it'll be 55 points, equaling the most that he has scored since the return from his retirement. He had that 55-point game against the New York Knicks.
Boy, there's a lot of circles there. The red ones are the good ones. You can see that. Michael Jordan did it all over the place.
Bullets do not have any timeouts remaining. Jordan has scored 19 of the Bulls' 22 points. Make it 20 of 23 in the fourth. He has 55 points. This will go down as one of the extraordinary playoff performances in the history of the NBA. Michael Jordan has taken over in the second half, and the Bulls defeat the Bullets 109 to 104. The stat line on Jordan, 21 make it 22 of 35 from the field, 9 of 9 from the line for 55 points. And Chicago goes up 2-0 in the best of 5. Let's go to Ahmad with Michael Jordan.
Michael, you put on a virtual scoring clinic here today, but the Bullets did not go away.
The Bullets is a fabulous team. I mean, they're the team of the future. You can see that. They got a very talented team, and Bernie's doing a heck of a job with them. They're really giving us a good run for our money. And tonight, I was the only I just got into that mode, and I couldn't really get out of it.
I think it's because you got your groove on.
I got in a great rhythm.
All right, man. Congratulations on a great game. Back to you, Marv.
All right, Ahmad got into the mode, couldn't get out of it for 55 points. Again, the final score, the Bulls 109 and the Bullets 104. Coming up next year on NBC, it's an all-new Third Rock from the Sun. And then Kevin Bacon and Meryl Streep star in the action movie The River Wild. For Matt Lucas and Ahmad Rashad, I'm Marv Albert from Chicago.